Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So, okay. So when did this all begin? Okay. 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 Well, then that's not egg bound. So you can be thankful for that. If it was egg bound, she'd be dead. Okay. So if they're egg bound and the egg doesn't come out within 48 hours, they die. So this is where I'm really grateful. And if you ever do go under my videos, I have like 100 videos of the egg bounding. Yeah, the finger in the vent lady. Yeah. So it's really important. I mean, so it doesn't appear that that's her issue. Where do you all live? I'm asking because of temperature and weather. Okay, so is anything here I'm in central North Carolina, same thing. We're in a drought, okay? And what happens in a drought, and you know, same, not the same, but winter time, chickens are so susceptible to weather. Hens, in particular, the girls, need 10 to 12 hours a day of natural sunlight in order to have, you know, healthy reproductive systems and all of that. So what happens, so I have 42 birds. And so here, what happens like in the winter and in the summer, spring and fall, no problem. But winter and summer, what happens is, oh, the weather changes and the hens, oh, you know, and then also what happens is when chickens live outside, and so when their feed, here we pour in, I'll show you, you know, so let's say we pour in their feed, you know, here's your feed in your coop, you know, and they kick it around and they scratch it and they eat it and everything. And then the temperatures create what's called humiditure, moisture into the food. And then that's where you can have issues like sour crop. Okay. So let me see her. I only see her feet. Let me see her. Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. All right. Okay, can I see her? Can you pull away the feathers from underneath her belly area? Is it red and swollen and hot? Her actual belly. Like belly. And just feel under her belly. You don't have to go into her vent. Just like right under her stomach. Pull away those feathers. Is it red? And yeah, hot. Is it red? I'm not talking about her vent. I'm talking about her stomach. Yeah. Okay. 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 Let me see her comb. Let me see her head. Okay. Let me see her comb. Close up. Yeah. Okay. All right. So do you see on the, okay. Okay. Gosh, guys, I love you guys. I can help you guys so much, and she's going to be okay. So I hope so. Anyway, do you see on the tips of her comb here, that red on top of her floppy head where it's a little bit blue tinged? Okay. Okay. So it should be all red. Okay. And so when you see that blue tinging there, her comb is okay. Okay. Like you can catch this right now. But what that means is there's a lack of oxygen, blood flow going on right now. And that's kind of a common thing. If people just don't realize it, you know. And so I can actually, I'll send you a list when I hang up. But these are things that are like really important. You can get them at Tractor Supply, Amazon.com. I don't promote anything, so I'm not making money off of sharing anything with you, okay, guys? Like, this is what I have. VetRx, you can even take this. What I've been doing with my one hen who has a similar issue is I take a drop of the VetRx and I just rub it on top of her comb once a day. And it's like, oh boy, for some reason, I compare this to being the same as this for humans. Yes, I think that these two things are the same thing. But this is just, you can add this to water. You know, I mean, the VetRx is for everything. And when you buy it, the little insert in there has like full detailed instructions. I think you need to go into her vent. You need to go into her vent, and I can help you do that. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think she's egg bound. And okay, so now flopping over that way, it looks good. Her eyes look good. She's alert. And what's her appetite like? Is she eating? And so she lives with how many hens or chickens? And she's had no problems with them. Yep. Yeah. So this is probably something to do. Okay. And the other thing is, I don't even have it in front of me, the parasite thing, which people freak out about. And if you go online, you're going to be like, oh my God. You're going to just like really think like your chicken's dying always. Okay. But the reality is, it really is quite simple once we get it like situated, you know, and it does take time. And so like I ended up buying this. I don't have the package in front of me. But it's like, I bought it off of Facebook, Roosty's Flock or something. And it's like one of those like, you know, oh God, auto shipments every month and it's expensive, yada, yada. But I was like, I'm going to try it because with my birds stopped laying eggs and and when they were laying eggs, they were like poopy eggs, you know. So I really like this product. Again, I don't promote anything. I've kept it on auto shipment for 3 months and I'll cancel it when I do, you know. But these are things to just look into. And like I said, I can send you a list. I also add to all of their water every day. Water with this. But it's the mother. Okay, which is organic. And Walmart in particular does sell an what is Walmart's brand? Equate version or whatever. And they sell it in like a big gallon jug. You know, sometimes, I don't know if I have one in here. Sometimes you can find it in one of these big, you know. And it'll be like Equate version. And what you'll see on it, it says the mother. The mother. So I add just like a little bit of this. I just dab it to all of my birds and my dogs, my cats, my sheep. They can all drink it too. It's no problem for anybody, and that just helps with, again, respiratory. Chickens are known for having respiratory, and so with her, that little blue tinting, you know, she's having a little bit of struggling with breathing. Okay, so I also do. If you have a humidifier, I don't know if you have children, babies, or if you ever needed a humidifier. I'm walking over to the little tiny barn dominium here. I am a humidifier, and that VetRx I was showing you, like Vicks, I add it to the water, and then, you know, I have a scissor beak chick right now in here who has respiratory issues. So, oh, Andy, what are you doing in there, Andy? So, Andy, he's like, I'm just gonna sleep here. These are all things, like, I don't want to like bombard you guys. I feel like she's gonna be okay. Like, I could tell you a world, and we're not here to, you know. I know this. I understand this. So, if you want to, do you have vegetable oil or olive oil? Okay, so don't use Vaseline. Yeah, okay. So vegetable oil, number one, is a natural stimulant as well as a lubricant. So like if you only had KY jelly, you could use KY jelly. That's a lubricant, and that's nice. But the vegetable oil, what's nice about it is it's also a stimulant. So when you're going to go ahead, kind of just rub her little vent area, you know. And then when you go to put your finger in gently, what you're going to want her to do is you're going to want her to start to two-step. Like, you know, you want to see her start to do this which means she's trying to, and you just gently put your finger out and she'll hopefully poop. And when I see her poop, I can tell you what's going on. So like I have one bird in here right now who's had constipation issues. So again, I don't want to bombard you guys. I've been in a lot of vents and it's taken me a long time to even be able to find words to describe. Like, I go into, the hen will guide you. And this is a dual effort. This is not about a person going into a chicken's bum and pulling anything out. This is an intimate moment where your hen knows that when you start to rub her with that not the Vaseline, the vegetable oil, she's going to know you're trying to help her if she needs the help, if she needs it. And so when you go to put your finger in, she's either you're going to feel, I'll just tell you this before you go in, okay? You're going to go in and you're going to either feel her go, oh, no, sir, no. And she's going to kind of push you. You'll feel it. And we're not going in like this. Okay? We're just going to like lube her up, and I even slap a little bit. It sounds crazy. But, these are like, it's not sexual at all. It's like people are like, oh my God, she's having sex. So I'm like, no. But it is intimate because the hen does know. Like, you're trying to help. And so when the hen needs help, she's going to do these things, the two-stepping, and then push your finger out, kind of. You'll feel the little bit of pressure from her. And you'll want to wait for the poop, and then we can go from there. I know, it's crazy. And, and feel free to just talk to her. I just go, so let me get one of my chickens. I'll show you. Hold on, okay? Hold on. Andy. Well, here's my rooster, and I definitely am not going in my rooster's vent, I'll tell you that much, because he doesn't have any issues there. But this guy sleeps with me every night. This is my guy. So what you're going to want to do, so let's pretend he's a girl. And I'm going to go up, and I'm going to look into his vent, find the vent, take the vegetable oil, do like this, okay? And just kind of do that a little bit. You can just keep adding your finger, keep adding as much as you want, And then when you're ready, you're just going to take a finger and just very gently, and you'll be able to feel, that it's lubed enough, so to speak, that she's going to let you in. Very, very gentle, very gentle. Again, don't think of this as sexual. It's not sexual at all. Like, sometimes these hens they really do need help. Okay, so here's where I learned with working with the veterinarian too, where I was working with our local veterinarian. She was calling upon me with a lot of hens because she doesn't see them, And so she'd call me when people would call her. And so one hen in particular, had a lot of x-rays done. And the vet told me, Natalie, how far are you going in? And I go, I don't know, just like this far. She goes, you could go much farther. Do you see the x-ray? That's where the egg is. And I was like, whoa. So for me, it was really beneficial to see an x-ray of a bird I was working on who was egg bound. And I could see where the egg was. And I was like, my finger was only going to here, but the egg was here, So... And again, it's never about pulling anything out. You're not there to pull anything out unless it's constipation. And that's what I want to see. And if it is... Okay, so go ahead and just put your finger in. She's got a pretty big... That vent is pretty open. How old is she? And is she a rescue? Was she a rescue? Okay. So, yeah, so I already see her vent is puckering. That's good, okay? Puckering is what I call it. That's good. So that means the stimulant, okay? So you can go ahead and take your pointer finger or whatever finger you want and just gently go ahead and put it in. And just, you start to feel. Don't listen to me. You feel. You obviously know you're not going to your armpit, Okay? Okay, what do you feel of her? Is she pushing you out? Is she guiding you? Because she can either guide you, you know, it's like one vent, but that vent goes to a million. Okay, let me see if you can close. Okay, so that's poop. That's poop. Let me see it. That's good, though. This is what we want, okay? All right. Okay, there we go. All right. So go ahead. So I'm not quite sure this. I don't think this is constipation. This could be. Yeah. Yes, probably. But go ahead and put your finger. Do it again. Okay. And it doesn't matter if you've got the poop on your finger and it goes back in. At the end, you can take a nice, you know, if you have a syringe at the end, you can take and just squirt warm salt water around her vent area. But don't worry about going back in with the poop. It's already there, okay? And in fact, you guys will be immune to things yourselves. Okay, so now, okay, take your other hand, your hand, I see it, and put it under her belly. Okay, how are you doing this? Let me see how I can, okay. So here's your finger going into her vent right here. Take your other hand and go under her belly right here at the same time and just gently massage. You want to go up a little bit. Has she been laying eggs? Do you know? Do any of them lay eggs? No. Okay. Oh, I know what you mean. And we never, do you think I know who of mine is laying? No, no. That's why I just go straight into the vent. Another thing, okay. Have you given her an Epsom salt soak? You said yes. And did she poop in that? So she's like pushing. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. All right. I will send this to you after we hang up, okay? But here's something else you can try. Organic yogurt with molasses, okay? Always have molasses on hand. This is some nasty stuff. I have to wrap mine up in paper. Once you open it, it's just everywhere. It's very thick. And what it does with organic yogurt, not just yogurt, it has to be organic, just like it has to be the mother. I'm not here saying that. That's just everything that says that. The molasses, what that helps with is if there is any sort of blockage. A lot of birds, well, not a lot of birds, all birds, they eat grass, you know. They eat like everything. And they love tall grass in particular. And there's like all these warnings, oh, tall grass. And it's like, what? I live on like a farm. Like, tall grasses, how am I supposed to keep my chickens away from that? But they can get blockages from that, where a long piece of grass just goes into them. It causes all this upset down here. That's maybe what this poop is. Not even necessarily parasites, okay? I think we're freaking out about, not we, you or me, but we chicken people freak out about parasites because, and then it's like, here's this whole market. You know, spend $100 a month and your chickens will be parasite free and you'll have beautiful eggs. So I did the whole venue myself of buying the spices at Walmart. Yeah, it's like 10 different spices, $1.99 a jar. And it was like, well, that was like $50 a month. So that's why I started to buy this stuff. What is her behavior? Like, what is making you concerned about her? Is it just, I saw that video and that looked like a prolapsed uterus at that point, which to me says, well, if she's not laying an egg and that uterus is popping out, it's because she's got pressure in there that needs to push something out. Does that make sense? So the Epsom salt soaks, rule of thumb that I've learned, don't do it longer than 3 days and don't do it more than once a day. The Epsom salt soaks can actually dry them out internally, which is, you know, She looks good. Her eyes are alert. Do you guys have a local vet? Listen, I live in the country and my veterinarian comes to me, okay, for chickens. So I understand. But do you have a veterinarian that you like or that you go to for any other animals? No, don't even worry about that. No, don't. I'm not telling you to go to no. You're not going to find a veterinarian that's going to treat your chickens. That's why I'm here, or a lot of people. But these things you can also buy on Amazon, I think. This is a like it's called. It goes under different names: Enercal, NutriCal. I'll send you the list, okay? This is it's a high calorie. It's like the molasses. It's like the molasses. It's a high calorie though, so it thick, and so they get it and it goes down and it helps them to whatever they're having, maybe issues getting through their intestines, you know, that long grass, or maybe they even picked up a string, you know, from a bird's nest, you know. Things like this just help them to get that through. And when you say that she seems like she's a little bit skinnier, this is a high calorie supplement. So, like right now I have a bird in here who just came last night who was swallowed by a snake. Swallowed. And it took her leg and her eye. This is not my chicken. A friend of mine, she called me at like 9 p.m. last night. She's like, I don't know what happened. I'm like, if you see my videos, I like looking at this chicken. It took me like 15 minutes to realize, oh my God, she's missing a leg. Oh my God. So chickens are resilient. Have you ever heard the term running around like a chicken with their head cut off? Okay, they're resilient. She looks good to me. Okay, that little poop coming out, I shouldn't have even said at the beginning, parasites. That's what everybody's going to say. I actually survived Shiga tox and E. coli this past winter, and my whole family was like, it's the chickens. And my doctors are like, actually, it was probably ground beef. And I don't have cows. So, you know, when you have chickens, you pretty much become immune to those things like salmonella. But she needs something a little higher calorie. I mean, it's not going to hurt if you have a cage to bring her into for, you know, I mean, I've got all different, this is the one who was eaten by the snake. Oh, baby girl, April, we just named her April. Oh, precious, she goes, oh, I don't feel good. I know. So, oh, and then Andy's over here. Andy, this is my man who sleeps with me, and he's like, oh, I just found food up here. I got a lot of animals here. So I'll send you the list. What is your, do you have you texted me, right? Okay, I'll send you. Well, let me just see one more time. Okay, so just really quick, okay? Did you do with the hand underneath? Did you do with the hand underneath and go in with your finger? What do you feel? Okay, no, you didn't. So what do you feel right there? With that hand. So, okay, so then she's just, okay. So again, this would be then going into parasites with the skinniness, the, you know, if she's been healthy and the parasites shouldn't kill them. Okay. You just need to be aware of it and, you know, make sure, I don't know. I learn. I'm like, oh God, they're all okay today, you know? I mean, literally. And they usually, oh my God, I'm sorry. Just, he needs to come down. Andy. He took a knife with him. Andy! Okay, so I don't think it's an egg. Don't worry about that. Give her tomorrow another Epsom salt soap, one more, okay? If you can get her to do it for 15 minutes, Okay, and usually when I put them in, oh, go ahead and do it now and let her just sit in there. And then I don't know if you've ever done this, but I never did it before, and I started doing it just a hair dryer afterwards. They love it. They love it. I can't believe chickens love a hair dryer. So I keep like a hair dryer right now in my pantry. Or, you know, when I come in after the Epsom salt soaks and I dry them off, you know, just the light hair dryer, it's like, because the whole concept of the Epsom salt is to relax them. Like Calgon, take me away. So do the Epsom salt soak, dry her off real good. Let her stay inside tonight in a cage. Make sure she's dried off real good. And the other thing is, are you giving her, we already talked about the mother apple cider and all of that, but do you have any of these other products? I'm not a big seller. I'm not selling anything. I literally, I make no money even off of TikTok, okay? So, but these are things also, and this will be in the list. These are my must go-tos. The electrolytes is a powder. You just add a little bit to the water. You know, and like it turns it yellow. And the electrolytes, whoa, it's like, I was saying on some of my videos and people are like, oh man, who's this girl? Because I said it's like crack cocaine. And they're like, oh. I was like, I don't know what crack cocaine is like, but what I'm saying is, when you give these electrolytes, if that bird doesn't perk up like, whoa, then nothing's going to perk that bird up. But your bird's not unperky. I'm talking about, you know, but it's still, the electrolytes is really important. If she's bony, you know, this is going to help keep her hydrated, you know, whereas the water can be in front of them, but they might not be, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make it drink. Listen, I don't want to keep you guys. You've done enough with her. Do the Epsom salt soak tonight. Text me. I'm here always. FaceTime me anytime. I don't care. I'm here. Well, I mean, to me, it sounds like, and I'm not a doctor. She looks, okay. If you have a newborn baby, a human baby, and you have all these concerns because you've never had a baby before. Oh, she's coughing. The doctor's going to say, what's her appetite? What's her poop like? Is she vomiting? What does her crop feel like? What's her crop feel like? Feel her crop right here. And you know what? I didn't even know what a crop was at first, and when they asked me, I was like, well, I have a horse crop. You know, they're like, ew. So normal, so okay. She needs a high. If you have any eggs, you can scramble a couple eggs tonight for her. You can also give her raw egg. They love. I usually will I'll take one of my little ramekins like this every day and go, all right, are you ready? And I just like drop the egg, it breaks open. And for my birds who, they love it. And it's high protein. And this bird that got swallowed by a snake, oh man, she took that whole egg and she was like, and that's high protein. So, you know, and that's going to help beef up. And other than that, I've never been a big person into like name brand foods. People talk about percentages and all of that, you know. I live in the country. I go to this one feed store and I get 2 different packs. I have like pamphlets that they had, and I just showed them with pamphlets. I'm like, one of each, please. And I think it's like 17 and 22%. So, whereas I've also bought food from Walmart before. And the Walmart chicken feed is like no percentage. It's just cracked corn or, you know. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so if you have a feed store, as opposed to a Tractor Supply, like a feed store, I just put in my map, feed store. Ooh. Okay, so then just, I have mine on 22% and 17%, but that means nothing to me other than I was like, I like these 2 because they like it. And I've been giving it to them for 3 years. But whereas like Walmart food has no percentage, it's just here's cracked corn and here's crumbled layers and that's fun for them and it tastes good, but it's no nutritional value, right? So just, you know, do that. And I'm not even going to try to sell you on this stuff, the Roosties flock. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I happen to like it. But you guys have 4 birds, 6 birds. You shouldn't be, this should be easy peasy for you guys right now. You know? So don't get carried away. I hope I didn't get you carried away. Like, don't freak out when we hang up and think, oh shit. Oh man, chickens are a lot. You're starting off where you need to start off. And we all have to start off somewhere. And you're learning, and I love you two. Look at you two. You're doing this together. You're loving your hen, you know. You guys love this, and that's the whole purpose of getting chickens, is beyond the eggs, you know, is to share that life with, and they're super cool. They're like better than dogs. I sleep with 4 of them, you know, every night. So do the Epsom salt soak. Give her a raw egg or a scrambled egg tonight. Keep her alone tonight. Tomorrow, so you're 3 hours behind me, right? I'm on the East Coast. So it's 10 o'clock here right now. Okay, so, well, I'm up all the time. So that's good, you're behind me. Call me anytime, text me anytime. I mean, I literally have my phone on me all the time. And if you just have the simple question, or if you even want to take a quick video in the morning and go, this is what she looks like, can you tell me? You can do that too, okay? And this really, I think she's going to be okay. Don't worry, okay? She looks good. I mean, her eyes, look for the eyes. Her eyes are good, and that comb is going to be all right. She'll be happy after another Epsom salt soak. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Good luck, guys. Bye-bye, bye-bye. I love you guys. Okay, that was fun. That really was fun, actually. Hey, what are you doing in there? You need to get out right now.